Okay, let's see this question. There are n sweets in a bag. 6 of the sweets are orange and the rest are yellow. Hannah takes a random sweet from the bag and eats it. She then takes another random sweet from the bag and eats that one too. The probability that Hannah eats 2 orange sweets is 1 by 3. Show that n squared minus 9 minus 90 equals 0. Now you might be thinking in the beginning, how does this question relate to this information that has been given to us? Well, firstly, let's write down the total number of sweets that we have. So total number of sweets is n. They told us there are n sweets in a bag. And then they said there are 6 sweets are orange. So orange is equal to 6. Then they said, and the rest are yellow. So for yellow, we would have n minus 6. The total number of sweets minus the orange, because they said the rest are yellow. So if you just take the total number of sweets and subtract the orange ones, we're going to get yellow. Okay? That's the first thing. Now, they said that she takes a random sweet from the bag and eats it. Then she takes another one and eats that one too. The probability that she takes 2 orange sweets is 1 by 3. Okay, let's make our probability diagram. Orange, yellow, orange, yellow. The probability that she takes 1 orange is 6 by n. The number of orange sweets divided by the total number of sweets, 6 by n. And then for 2 orange sweets, we're going to have 6 minus 1, because you already took 1 orange sweet, that's 5, divided by 1 minus from the total. That's going to be n minus 1. Okay? Because we already took 1 sweet, that means now we have 1 less orange sweet, that's going to be 5. And because we have 1 less orange sweet, we're also going to have 1 less from the total. So we're going to have 5 over n minus 1. Now they said that the probability of orange and orange will be 1 by 3. That means I can multiply these two, right? So 6 by n, as we learned before, that when you have the probability in the same branch like this, you have to multiply them. So 6 by n times 5 divided by n minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3. You got our equation? Let's simplify it. 6 times 5, that is 30. N times n, that's n squared. N times minus 1 is minus n equals 1 by 3. Cross multiply. 3 times 30 is 90. 1 times n squared is n squared, and then minus n. Rearrange it, and you're going to get n squared minus n minus 90 equals 0 as the final answer. Okay? That's our part 1. Now, secondly, they said solve n squared minus 9 minus 90 equals 0 to find the value of it. Okay? Let's do that. Firstly, you have to see that you're going to use middle term breaking for this question. Let me actually change the pen. So it's going to be a bit more easy to read. So you have n squared minus n minus 90. We're going to use middle term breaking, where we just normally multiply the first and the last number. So now n squared times minus 90, that will give us minus 90 n squared. Okay. Now after that, we have to break the middle term into two numbers. When they're multiplied, they give us minus 90 squared. When they're added, they give us minus n back. There's only one combination, which is going to be minus 10n plus 9n. Why? Because if you multiply these two numbers, you're going to get minus 90 squared. When you add them, you get minus n back. Okay. Now you make two groups. That's one group. That's the second group. Now you take common. So you can take n common from here. You're going to be left with n minus 10. And then from here, you're going to take 9 common. And you're going to be left with n minus 10 as well. You can write these two brackets as 1. And then write the remaining part, n plus 9, over here. And then you're going to have two values of n equals 10 and n equals minus 9. Now, in the beginning, they already told us that there are n sweets in a bag. You can't have negative sweets in a bag, right? You can only have positive. So our answer will be 10, and this will be rejected because you can't have negative sweets in a bag. If you guys have any question about it, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to explain it again. Okay.